Hello, welcome back to Leeds lately for the live watch along of Leeds United versus QPR at Loftus Road in London, which is somewhere we traditionally don't do very well. But let's hope that changes today. There's no reason why we can't go out and win this game. If you saw my tactical preview, I put a lot of stuff about the way that they play and the way that Leeds could combat that. So hopefully we see some of that today. I'm really looking forward to this one. John Garside, member for 13 months, says 100 likes required. Come on, Leeds. Yeah, if you're just joining the stream now, make sure you go ahead and hit that big like button as well. Let me know if you can all see me and all hear me. Welcome, everybody who's joining us. Welcome to our Leeds Lately members. We've got CB, Paul Milner, Karen Curtin, Robert Wetzel. Have we got any other Leeds Lately members in here? John Garside, of course, who we put his message up a minute ago, who predicts 3-1 to Leeds. Looks like all we've got for members for now. Welcome, of course, to the rest of our Leeds Lately subscribers as well. This is going to be a big game for Leeds because our rivals did drop points, and this is a chance for us to get ahead here, to get a little bit further ahead in terms of our points total. So a little bit nervous about this one, but I think we can do it. I certainly think it's possible. So I'm kind of looking forward to this one, whilst also being a little bit nervous about it. So let's hope that Leeds can really, really do a job here today. Unchanged lineup, as you can see on the screen there. Leeds United 4-2-3-1. Meslier in goal. Then you've got Bogle, Rodon, Strauch and Firpo make up the back four, unchanged, of course. Rothwell and Tanaka in the midfield. James, Aronson, Solomon and Piru are the attacking line. I honestly thought we might have seen some kind of change here today in terms of Ramazani and Nonto maybe getting some chance to play in this one. Doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. So they might be on a little bit later on. Isaac Schmidt has apparently recovered from the illness he had that kept him out of the last match day squad, and he'll be on the bench today. He's also been selected for the Switzerland national team, which is strange considering that he doesn't really even get a look in for Leeds. So let's hope that we can, let's hope that he can maybe come on today for Bogle if Bogle gets himself another yellow card, because he seems to be getting quite a lot of those recently. If you're new here, make sure you go ahead and hit that big red button down below. We are just about 11 minutes away from kickoff at Loftus Road. Leeds United taking on Queen's Park Rangers. Martin Syke saying, Martin Sykes is here saying, hello all, I hate these lunchtime matches, and read that Farker isn't keen to have the to get out of bed early on the weekends either. 3-1, I hope. Yeah, I think a lot of managers aren't. Well, to be fair, it's more about the fact that it's always us that gets picked for these TV matches, isn't it? Tanaka is has been selected as well. Isaac Schmidt has been selected as well. Firpo for the Dominican Republic. Aronson's not going for the USA. I think that's about it. Great shout from Pierre. The yellow card total is reset, so Bogle getting a yellow doesn't mean he has an automatic ban now, which is obviously great news because Bogle's been really good for us this season. But 10 minutes, to go here, and we can really, really hope that we can get the job done today. I'm really hoping so. Aronson rested, for the internationals. What's my score prediction, says Ryan? My score prediction is 2-1 to Leeds, I think. That's what I'm going to go for. I think we're going to score first. They're going to equalise, and then... Does it say mine? Why does it say my name in the bottom corner there? There we go. I don't know why it just said Max in the bottom corner there. Karen Curtin saying 2-0 Leeds win is their prediction. Get your predictions in the chat down below and we can discuss them. CB agrees with me that it'll be 2-1 to Leeds. I can show you the opposition lineup. Here's a QPR lineup. Nardi in goal. You've got Dunn, Cook, Fox, and Parle making up the back four. Colback and Edwards in the two kind of holding midfielder roles. Then you've got Smith, Anderson, and Saito as the three attacking midfielders with Frey up front. Jeff Biss saying 1-1. Paul Milner saying 1-0 to Leeds, late goal. Tasha saying 3-1 to Leeds. Pierre going for 4-0 Leeds to reset the scales after they beat us 4-0. Robert Wetzel says 2-0 to the good guys. And Goz 3-1 to Leeds. Look, I'm hoping for a big result. Could tell it's an early kickoff because I'm still yawning. Absolutely, Pierre. To be fair, any win will do, of course. Welcome, people who are joining me. We are just about 8 minutes away from kickoff now, counting down. Wonder if I could put a little countdown to kickoff on at some point. That might be a good idea. But yeah, we are just waiting now for the coverage to start, etc. Let's put Leeds back on the team. And if anybody wants to see the QPR team, we can flip that over very, very easily. I'm nervous about this one now. Martin Sykes saying QPR is just around the corner from the old BBC television centre, handy for TV interviews. Yeah, handy for TV interviews, but not anymore. Paul Milner saying we need to limit free kicks and corners. Dunn is very good at set piece goals. Big Chazza manifesting a 2-0 win for Leeds. Yeah, look, it's a big game today. It really is a big game. I'm really hoping for a good result here because anything less than a win is going to really worry the fan base. Yeah, I think we're all a bit nervous, to be fair, Tasha. I think it's very, very nerve-wracking, this one. Leeds just need to be very careful we don't get caught by this side with their reverse Christmas tree formation. Yeah, that's the talking point, isn't it? Pierre saying number one priority, reliable officials. That the officiating in the last game was absolutely shocking. It really was. Perhaps that might be more outrageous than a 4-0 win. Yeah, to be honest, we're just never going to get a good referee, are you, in this division? You never are. I've got no idea who that is, Martin. Liam B saying officials have been terrible this season. They really have. Even when the Premier League referees drop down to the Championship to do a game, they've been really, really poor and a really low standard. It's about 5 minutes to go now. QPR, that was not what I was going to say there. The coverage starts only 5 minutes before kickoff. I bet they'll still manage to cram a few adverts in. Is it bad that I'm kind of looking forward to VAR again? Because the refereeing's been that bad in this division. Players are just about to head out onto the pitch now, I think. Yeah, it's true. I forgot about the not being able to celebrate thing. Yeah. Big news as well, by the way, is that Ilias Chair is missing and has a hamstring injury. So their kind of chief playmaker don't actually they don't actually have him for this game, which is great news for us. Exactly, Goz. And I said at the time, as soon as I saw it, I thought that was close. That must be onside, or it must be only just offside. When I looked at it, that's when I said I can't believe that a linesman could possibly see if it was that fine margin, so you don't flag for it. Paul Milner saying he bosses last season Chair. Yeah, well, exactly, and that's such a good kind of such a good thing for us is that Chair, who's their chief playmaker, he spreads the ball all around the pitch. He drops deep to pick up the ball. He controls thing, and it's great news that he's not able to play. We do, Michael. I did an entire video on it. A couple of days ago. On every Thursday, you'll get a tactical preview for the game on this on the Saturday. So, I can summarize for you. So I can summarize for you how I think they'll play, but there's definitely a worth watching those tactical previews if you are interested in that sort of thing. Players are just heading out onto the pitch now. Okay, so QPR tuck in their fullbacks into the midfield in their build-up when they're playing against certain teams. They might not always do it. But they took their fullbacks in narrow in almost like a reverse Christmas tree formation. So the centre backs, fullbacks, wingers up and out wide so that they can try and play up through the lines. They like to have their striker on our last man to try and pin the back line back so that then when they do pull across to one side and everybody goes across to try and mark that area, they like to try and switch the play then to try and switch the point of attack so that they can come out the other side and attack down the other side. They like to have a lot of rotations on the wings so that they can maybe the fullback will go high, the winger will come into the midfield, and the central midfielder will go and play in the fullback position to try and rotate, to try and pull players out of position so that they can get up the wing. If a team is pressing high and they have, for example, Dan James and Solomon might be pressing quite high, they will then tuck in their centre backs. They will tuck in a centre back and a central midfielder, and they'll go a little bit more narrow into almost a back three when they are trying to bring out the ball out from the back. They do like to have the wingers wide until the final third, and when they get into the final third, they do like to then tuck in into those, try and open up those half spaces. They always like to have one extra player in their rest defense. So when they are attacking, they like to have one extra player in case Leeds counterattack. They'll have a player that can go and mark any of those positions if he wants to. So what I said in my preview is important that when Leeds do counterattack, we counterattack in enough numbers for them not to be able to achieve that overload to try and stop us as we go forward. Sometimes the midfielders will drop back into the back line almost to play long balls. Now, it's not long ball football in terms of what you would expect from somebody like Sam Allardyce, where it's a lump up top. It's more of a driven ground pass into the front line, which can then get players around them and then have runners in behind. And the forward will drop deep at times so that the wingers can run in behind, also that the midfielders can actually get beyond the forward as well. So there's a lot of rotations. There's a lot of adaptation depending on who they're playing against, all that sort of thing. So there's a lot to watch out for in this game. But each week on Thursdays there's a tactical preview of the game for the weekend. So if you want to watch those, you'll get a bit more of tactical insight when you're watching the game, and you'll be able to see why certain things are being done, and you might be able to see them playing out. We're underway here. Here's Strauk. Tries to play it forward. That's cut out there. Ball playing around at the back now for QPR. Here's Parl. Poor touch, but it's actually done him a favour, and he's managed to keep the ball here. Now Saito's come back to play that all the way back into the back line again. Picked up in here in the midfield, but picked off instantly by Piru. And now Dan James with a lovely little flick back to Piru. Piru with a great ball back to Dan James. Leeds with an early chance to get the ball in the box here through Dan James. Cuts back onto his left foot to see what options he has. Into the box now, Dan James tries to cross it to the back post. It's gone over everyone, and Solomon's going to be able to pick it up by the opposite corner flag. Here's Solomon again. Now back to Rothwell, back across to Strauk, and now Tanaka plays it back out wide here to Bogle on the right-hand side. Bogle with a cross into the box. Great cross headed away there by QPR, and it's going to be the first corner of the game for Leeds, but a really, really positive start to the game for Leeds. Breaking down the right, crossing the ball into the box, recycling the possession to get the ball back in again and get more balls in the box, and eventually a really good cross into the box by Bogle is headed away by their defender for a Leeds corner kick. So great start from Leeds, really is. Corner kick then, ready to come in. Cross in, flicked on, and it's cleared eventually by Kenneth Parl. The left back Saito sends it long. Melia is going to have to come out, and yeah, he can just come out and catch that one as it bounces into his box. Welcome, Tim. Welcome to the stream. Oh, yeah. Also, yeah, click the like button, everyone. Make sure you do. We know if we get to 100 likes, we score a goal, and welcome Tim as well. Here's Tanaka. Bogle. We're on the opposite side. Now Aronson with a bit of space to carry the ball forward here. Great ball from Aronson into Piru. Piru's ball is not very good, but he can win it back, though. Well done, Piru. Now Bogle. Great ball into the box there, but Aronson can't quite get on the end of it. Good low pass into the box for Aronson from Bogle. Couldn't quite get on the end of it, though, and it's back with the Millwall QPR goalkeeper. Here come QPR then as they come forward. Out to the left-hand side here for Parl. Back here to Colback. Now Parl. Colback again. Keeps the ball going here, and they still have the ball, QPR. Yeah, Michael Frey looks like a rugby player, not a football player. Welcome, Smithart. Here's Melier, long ball forward. Rodon's going to have to head that one back to Melier, and he can come and pick that one up very easily. Strauk, Furpo. Oh, tries to play it back inside to Solomon, but not a great pass, and now QPR have the ball back. Sometimes I am just going to flip over to the QPR lineup so that I can actually tell what their players are called and who they are on the pitch. It's Melier comes and collects that one. Here's Bogle. Back to Rodon. Now Strauk. Rodon again. Aronson, great ball forward there, just taken away by Cook away from Peru. That is Steve Cook, by the way, the one that used to play for Bournemouth in the Premier League when we played against them. Strout, great header there. Solomon bullied off it. Firpo, oh, bad touch there by QPR player, and then a foul on Solomon gives Leeds a free kick in a fairly decent position here. Smith was the one that made that foul. Oh, it doesn't. The title of the stream says QPR. It's QPR versus Leeds United. Oh, is it just in the description that it says that? Oh, well, who reads the description anyway? Apart from anyone who wants to buy Rocco's latest book or a classic football shirt, if you use 10%, my 10% off code, which is Leeds Lately 10. Tanaka, Rothwell. Tanaka. Poor ball from Strauch there. It's just ahead of Firpo and it goes out for a throw in. It's quite a tight stadium, isn't it? Loftus Road. They're very much on the pitch. The fans very close. And did the corner counter reset when Tanaka scored against Sheffield United? His header at the back post. What did I say? Brendan Aronson, best career goal total of his career, which fair enough. Yeah, it says 8 goals already. Well, there's only 10 games left. Season's nearly over. In fact, there's less than 10 games left now, isn't there? Firpo throws that forward. Aronson with a little flick on. Here's Parl as he tries to clear it. Dan James was closing him down there, headed away by Bogle. Now Aronson forward to Dan James, and Piru tries to get it back. Piru shoots from distance, just over the bar. 8 after this. Yeah. Ooh, it's getting to crunch time, isn't it? It did sit up for Piru there as Dan James flicked it onto him, and then it came back to him, and he just gave it a good whack, but it was straight over the middle of the crossbar. If we can win away games like this, it really does us a favour because obviously, like Farker said, if we can win all of our home games, that gives us a massive chance of getting promoted. But if we can win some of these away games as well, it gives us a really good chance, doesn't it? How can people doubt Joel Peru? Double figures in all 4 of his seasons playing in the Championship. Isn't it weird how Peru nearly now has played for Leeds the same amount of time he'd played for Swansea? On course for Golden Boot too. Yeah. Yeah, he's got a lot of assists as well, or he's got a decent few assists as well, hasn't he, Paul? So he's just don't understand what there is to complain about, really. He's had a really good season, Joel Peru. His Firpo. I think almost gone are the days where you have a striker that scores 30 odd goals in the Championship or even at the top of the Premier League. You don't see many strikers really that are scoring all the goals. It seems to be these days you have a lot more of a spread of goal scorers throughout your team, especially demonstrated by Leeds because we've scored so many goals this season 73 or 75 or something like that. We've scored all those goals and he's only scored 15 of them. So we've had such a spread of goal scorers that it's really good to be able to say that so many of our teams so many of our players in our team have scored goals. Robert White's saying, is it me or is James tucking in next to Peru and dropping a bit sometimes closer to Brendan Aronson? Yeah, well, sometimes he is because he tries to come into that half space so that Bogle can take the full wide position. And sometimes Aronson needs a bit of help in there as well. It's going to be a throw into Leeds. Here's Solomon. Plays the ball all the way back now to Rodon. Now Strauch. Oh, loose pass there, or Solomon was on his heels, not on his toes for that one. Rodon and Rothwell cleaned up that little counter attack very nicely. And now Leeds can come forward again. Here's Bogle out wide to Dan James. Bogle on the overlap here. Continued his run, but Dan James into Brendan Aronson, and then Parl's taking it away and Colback can clear. Again, trying to hit Frey early. Back to Parl, who can't quite keep that one in, and it's going to be a Leeds throwing out on the right-hand side. Bogle to take. Taking backwards here to Rothwell. Leeds looking for options ahead of them. Solomon's gone out wide and Furpo's taken up residence in the half space ahead of Tanaka, who has the ball. Rothwell. Strauch now. That's going to be a corner kick to Leeds there. I don't know if Kiwi White, who is now called Aussie White, is here yet today, or if he is coming today, but he is our top fan of the week with his 20 New Zealand dollar super chat. So he might not be able to have his recognition. Because 20 New Zealand dollars was just slightly more than 10 American dollars. Make sure you hit the like button, everybody. If you haven't already, just make sure you hit that like button. It doesn't cost you anything, and it massively helps out on the stream. And it also helps Leeds United because we know that if we get 100 likes, we score a goal. Paul Milner saying, my two games I'm nervous about Born away. Bristol City at home because they're flying at the moment. Who's Born away? I'm trying to think who that typo would be about. Borough away. Is it Borough? Yeah, it'll be Borough away. Come on, Leeds. Just be nice to get promoted, wouldn't it? QPR seems to want to muck up the midfield early. Leeds cut that one out there, but call back with it now. Early, but sitting back a bit now, not committing to an attack. Yeah, they're aware that they might get caught. That's a good little touch there. Oh, Solomon giving the ball away again there. It's going to be a throw into Leeds, though. Leeds with 67% possession so far in this one. Leeds trying to force them back here. It was claims for a handball there from the QPR defender, but nothing given. Yeah, they try and get it into the front man, Michael, don't they, to try and get people around him, especially against a team where they know that they're not going to see too much of the ball. Long throwing comes into the box. It's a poor header, but then a poor header away by Piru, and now they have another chance to cross the ball into the box. It's come in. Rodon heads it away, and then again, Rodon can clear it away. It hit Tanaka and came back to him. Shouts for a handball from QPR, but nothing given. Here's Saito down the left-hand side. Trying to put it on the edge of the box, but oh, they've scored. Saito's just absolutely blasted it in the top corner from the edge of the box, and Brendan Aronson gave it straight to him. Wow. Leeds are 1-0 down. Brendan Aronson gave it straight to him. I don't know what he's doing. He just passed it straight to him and he's just banged it in the top corner. Come on. So poor. Ball goes out wide to Saito for the first instance. He looks to try and cross it into the box. It's a poor... Yeah, but Aronson, what are you doing? You've got to get rid of it. He didn't look. That's the problem. He didn't look until he'd passed it. See, the thing is as well, we say how much the championship is enjoyable when you win in every week, but it's only enjoyable that you win in every week because it looks like it's leading towards getting promoted, which is the end goal. If there was no, like, it's not anywhere near as entertaining and fun if you win in every week, but there's nothing at the end of it. Here's Tanaka. They look like they're buoyed up here, QPR, and they've just taken the ball off Rodon again, and now Colback's played it down the line. And that's going to be a throw in to Leeds rather than a goal kick. No, one mistake, Pierre. One mistake, but just, yeah. Yeah, very annoying. Very, very annoying. Come on, Leeds. Well, I said 2-1 in my prediction, so let's hope we come back and score 2 goals. We started this game really well as well. Yeah, Mr. P, sometimes we're a bit too clever, aren't we? We think we can play out from the back in every situation, but sometimes you do kind of just have to get rid of it. It's a great strike, but you should never have received the ball back again. It was a good interception by Aronson to start with. And then he undid it all by giving it straight back to the winger. Here's Dan James. Oh, no, Aronson's won it back. Here's Bogle. Dan James is behind you, Bogle, but no, he plays it across. Good ball there into Strauch. Strauch into the feet of Solomon. He's got Firpo beyond him. Firpo down the line. Firpo tries to play it back in, but it's going to be cleared away for a throw in there. It's a foul by Strauch. And that's going to be a free kick to QPR just outside their own box. How annoying. Yeah, it was Frey just leaning into Strauch there. You just give yourself a mountain to climb now, don't you? Because you've got to score double the amount of goals to win the game. Piru trying to knock that one forward. It's going to get knocked all the way back to the QPR goalkeeper, but Leeds are going to close him down here. Sends it long. It's really annoying being the early kickoff as well, playing before everybody else. To be fair, actually, I think we're worse when we play after them. Oh, that's a bad tackle. That's got to be a yellow card. Dunn just absolutely snapped Solomon there. Solomon cut inside and he just completely booted through him. Seems to be a lot of his Furpo. Joe Rodon into Dan James. Now Rodon. Yeah, we started this game really, really well. Pal with not a convincing clearance there, but now Saito can come away with it. No, he can't. There's a ball's poked down the line here by Aronson to Bogle. Bogle goes past Pal, tries to get the ball in the box. It's a great ball in, and it's going to go out for a throw-in as it was cleared there. Yeah, I do think Ramazani and Nonto should have had a lot more of a chance than they have had this season. Here's Bogle. It's going to be a Leeds corner there. Rothwell to take this corner then. Corner hasn't been taken yet. Here's Rothwell then getting ready to take this corner. Hits the first man. Shocking. Shocking. How can people say, oh, we need to keep Rothwell on a permanent because he's our only decent set piece taker? He's just hit the first man and he does it quite often. Here's Cook. Again, sending a long ball forward, but this time it's terrible and it's going to be a throw into Leeds. They're tired, though, White Swan, I think. Here's Rothwell. Tanaka. Rodon. Rodon back to Strauch again. Strauch into Tanaka's feet. Out wide now to Bogle. He wants options here. Has to go back, though, to Tanaka. Now Dan James out on the right-hand side. If he can get past Parley, he can get a ball into the box here. He can't, and it is going to be a Leeds corner kick, though. Hopefully for a better delivery this time. Rothwell then with the corner kick. Better delivery this time, but still goes out to the edge of the box for Solomon. Tanaka into the box. Now Rothwell tries to poke it through, but they might have a break on here. They try and play it forward, but it's going to go all the way out for a throw into Leeds. Thing is, it makes no sense, does it, this London curse? Why are we so bad in London? It makes no difference. They're all different teams with different styles of football, different levels, different managers. But we seem to just not do very well against any of them, which just doesn't really make sense to me. Here's Strauch. Oh, it's just hit straight off a QPR player, and now they've got the ball back. You started this game really well, but we seem to have fallen apart since. Here's Saito, the goal scorer. Back to Pal. Pal with a weak-footed pass forward, poor one. I think he's a weak point, Kenneth Pal, their left back. Here's Aronson up against Colback. Good foot there by Aronson just as he lost the ball. Bogle going forward here. Bogle tries to poke it into the path of James, but it's just a lazy pass. Yeah, Brentford, Fulham, Chelsea, Arsenal, Spurs. Can't really count Watford, but almost can. Oh, I don't know why I would count Watford anyway, because they're in the Championship. In response to White Swan's comment. Ball across the box there by Leeds. Cleared away eventually by QPR. Hammers, Palace. That's what, 7 or 8? Almost half the Premier League are in London. One thing is, though, if Leeds, Sheffield United, Burnley, or Sunderland all get promoted, then it'll all be teams from up north, adding to the northern quota of the Premier League. Then you'll have Scum, City, Leeds, Newcastle, Burnley, Liverpool, and we'll about match up with the southern teams in terms of north-south divide. Here's Bogle down the right-hand side. Into the feet of Dan James. Dan James with a little turn there. Good ball there into Aronson's feet. Aronson tries to get it back across the box. It's bouncing away, and eventually Pal can clear it, and then Aronson's fouled him, and it's going to be a free kick. Not sure, Tim, to be fair. Oh, that is not a foul. Aronson didn't even get near him, and the guy fell over. I think it's quite a small pitch, White Swan, and it's quite a tight stadium. The stands are very close to the pitch as well. It's really annoying, isn't it? Like, why is it our luck that it's both seasons we've been down in the Championship? It's not just two teams running away with it. There's always at least a third one who are sticking on the heels. Last season, there was 4 who all pretty much would have won the league in another year. Another chance for QPR to cross the ball in the box here. It's headed. It's 2-0. It's 2-0. We just do not know how to play against them. It's 2-0. Wow. Don't know what it is with QPR, but I talked about it in my preview about how he purposely set up to play against Leeds in the last game where they beat us 4-0. You can see this going the same way. He's completely unmarked in the box. Completely unmarked in the box. Well, tell you what, it'll make for a good comeback when we win 3-2. Easy cross into the box. No one marks the goal scorer. Mad. Yeah, they have lost 4 in a row. Wow. It's going to be a throw in again in the same position to QPR here. Half an hour in and 2-0 down. What are we doing? What are we doing? Headed away by Strauch. Away by Strauch again. Solomon could try and break here, but it's been taken off him. And all the way back to the goalkeeper. 0.1 XG, 2 goals. It's always towards the end of the season, isn't it? Where we just struggle and flag a bit. Throw in there to QPR again. Another long throw in here from Smith. Surely there was a push in the box there from QPR. Here's Rodon. Rodon carries the ball forward here. Now into Rothwell, out wide to Firpo. Come on, Leeds, let's get one back. Now Solomon out on the left. Cuts inside. Gives the ball to Brendan Aronson. Aronson feels like he might have been fouled maybe on the edge of the box there. Oh, he's actually been given the opposite direction. With Nonton Ramazani, you have to have players good enough to rotate, especially those that do a lot of running. I think they're both capable of coming on and changing this game. Nonton and Ramazani, it's just we just don't seem to be able to put much faith in them. Long kick from the goalkeeper. We just seem to be like under the cosh now as well. It's not like they've scored 2 and now they're sitting back. They're actually trying to attack us more and more, and we can't really get out. Dan James with a nice little flick. Ball back to Aronson here. Bogle's running beyond him. Ball given to Bogle. Bogle shoots over the bar. It's a desperate shot. No, they wouldn't have stopped the goals, but I don't know. Aronson's struggling as well, I think. Yes, it's very upsetting. Come on, Leeds. I've actually hurt my hand by, I don't know how, but oh, Jack Colback's just thrown Aronson to the floor there. Here's Rodon. Bogle. Back to Rodon again. Now Strauch. Out wide here to Firpo. And then back again to Strauch. Rodon. Bogle with a long ball forward. Now Kenneth Parle. Oh, Bogle fouled there. And that's going to be oh my God, they've not given it. Bogle was completely fouled there. They've got a decent manager. And they've set themselves up for the opposition that they're playing. I think sometimes, like, there seems to be a thing where some managers are too, not arrogant, but they have this thing in their head where it's like, no, we want to impose our style of play onto the opposition, which is all well and good, but you do at least need to consider the way that the opposition might play and try and change some little things accordingly, rather than just say, no, we will just play the way we play against everyone and hope it's enough. There are some things that you have to consider when playing against opposition teams, even if they are, in theory and on paper, a lot worse than you. You have to give them the respect to learn the way that they might attack the game, because we just seem to play the same way no matter who it's against. Doesn't seem to be much adaptation, and it's worked in the most part. Of course it has, but there seems to be times where we're like, we just don't really know, like we know what to do against certain teams. Anyone with a competent manager who has them set up tactically in a way that will affect us, we just seem to be struggling. Here's Bogle. Tackle there by Parle, I think it was, and it's going to be a Leeds corner kick. Here's Solomon. Solomon is going to be taking the corner, so we actually have switched the corner taker. No, we've taken it short. Now Solomon crosses it into the box, crosses it over everybody. Leeds fans are claiming for a foul on Stroud because he was rugby tackled in the box there. Not sure what that was about, but that was a terrible corner. Solomon took it short, got it back, and then just crossed it further than everybody that was in the box. Really poor. Peru. Back again to Bogle. Come on, Strauch. Back to Strauch. Here's Solomon. Now Rothwell. Tanaka back into Peru. Peru back again to Solomon. Leeds have scored. Leeds have scored. We've got one back. The goalkeeper's going mental saying it's offside, but Leeds have got one back. Oh. There we go. Leeds are back in it. Good ball across the box. Good little bit of tight interplay. Ball across the box, and Leeds finish it off at the back post. Don't think Bogle touched it at the back post. They're claiming for an offside. I mean, we're owed one for the one that wasn't offside. Peru gives it back into. No, he's onside. Yeah, Firpo's onside and Bogle didn't touch it, so it was onside. So I don't know why they're going so mental. Piru does really well. Solomon puts it in. Firpo just finishes it off. If Bogle had touched it, it would have been offside, but Firpo scored the goal, so it's onside. Come on, Leeds. Come on, let's get back in this. Ball back in the box for Frey here. Offside here against QPR, and it's going to be a Leeds free kick. Firpo's on fire. Your defense is terrified and Firpo's on fire. Imagine if we scored another one before halftime. That'd be amazing. You basically just got a second half at 0-0. It's already better than the last time we played away at QPR where we lost 4-0. We've scored a goal. And that should be a bare minimum playing away at QPR. Great ball from Rodon out wide to Dan James with a bit of pace on it. Dan James with a little lofted ball towards Bogle. Can't quite keep it in. Good idea from Dan James into the channel for Bogle, but he couldn't quite keep it in there, and it's going to be a goal kick to QPR. Yeah, way onside. Firpo was way onside. Can you imagine how fuming that we'd have been if Bogle had touched that and been given offside? We'd have been all absolutely fuming. Leeds are coming forward again here. Oh, they've given possession back to QPR, though. Oh, that's a foul from Firpo on Smith. Leeds are fired and up for this now. Stick saying the refs seem to allow too much housery for home teams in London. I think Leeds cannot maintain momentum, hence the London curse. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad shout. Teams breaking up the play against us and not really being penalised too much for it can really slow us down and stop us being able to play the football that we want to play. The thing is with Firpo, if he had time left on his contract, we might be able to, and if personal issues made the fact that he did want to go back to Spain, we could get a decent amount of money out of him. The goals and assists that he's got this season, like you look at that and say goals and assists from a left back in the Championship, he's must be in the 99th percentile for a lot of his statistics. It's like, well, hold on a sec. He is ball into the box from QPR. Free header for Frey, and Meslier can catch it, but it's a let off for Leeds. But Firpo, I think, will be worth a little bit of money. If he had 2 years on his contract or something like that, or we signed him on a 2-year deal and then sell him. Yeah, far too much space in the box. Why are they just unmarked in the box every time they want to take a header? I know why my hand's hurting, by the way. It's because I had my arms crossed like this, and this arm is pressing on my hand and bending it the wrong way, and it hurts. Yeah, Rodon and Strauch are on the pitch, but they seem to be behind the ball, as in between Meslier and the ball, but not actually going to try and win the header. Two minutes added on to this first half, by the way. Here's Rodon. Now Rothwell. Rodon again. Tanaka. into Firpo. Firpo tackled there, and now QPR can try and come back forward again. Oh, they've got a free man out on the left-hand side. Thank God it was a poor pass, because Saito was just free on the opposite side there. Bogle clears that one. Great touch by Joel Piroux. Here's Bogle. Bogle's pass cut out there by Saito, and it's going to be a Leeds throw-in. Just less than a minute of this half left to go now. If I were Leeds, I'd be getting the ball forward. There's 40 seconds left of this first half. If you get the ball forward as fast as possible, it'll take them more time to counter-attack to get up the other end of the pitch, if that's the case. And B, you got much more chance of scoring a goal. So don't waste time, basically. Solomon just ran the ball into touch, though, but that's not great. Five seconds to go here. He's going to blow the whistle. Yep, that's half time. Let's right. That's half time then. I will be back in a second. I'm just going to go and fill up the old water bottle. I'll be back in a second, and we'll discuss the crazy goings on of that first half. But we're back in it, and we're in the ascendancy. So I'll be back very, very shortly. You should be able to hear me here. Sorry for the longer break than usual, but I went and ate a large lump of bread because I was hungry. And that's all I could do in the short time that I had. I'm trying to get rid of the back soon thing, but it won't disappear. Hello. The problem is with this. Okay. Karen's saying if we get promoted, I think we'll have a new manager for the Premier League. And Nick was saying, EZB and Nick was saying that they want a new manager for the Premier League, expect us to win the league and sack Farker. The problem is with this, players get used to playing a system. These Leeds players have played this system under Daniel Farker now for 2 years, and they know exactly what they're doing. Much like what we had with Bielsa. Everybody knows their roles. Everybody knows exactly what they should be doing at the exact moment they should be doing it. And it's something that can really, really make a difference in a team. If you get a new manager, it has to be a manager with a similar style of play to Daniel Farker, because the players need to be able to adapt quickly to it to be able to survive in the Premier League. It's a huge risk to sack him and get somebody else in. We've seen a perfect example of the opposite thing here a couple of times over the last few years. We had Marcelo Bielsa. All the players knew exactly what they were doing. They knew exactly when to do it, and they knew how and where they should be with the ball at certain points on the pitch. Victor Orta said, okay, well, Jesse Marsch is the same. It is a good person to lead on after Bielsa because his style is similar. Not similar at all, was terrible and went really wrong because the players had no idea what they were doing in this system. Then you went from him, and then you tried to go to Javi Gracia and eventually Sam Allardyce, who also both didn't really have similar styles to any of the last previous managers. So there was no through line there. There was no follow on. The players are just going, well, what are we doing now? Oh no, that was the last manager that was wanted us to do that thing. And it just gets completely convoluted. If you sack Daniel Farker when we go up to the Premier League, you have to get a manager who plays a similar style of football to him. And then what's the point in getting a new manager? It's too much of a gamble to sack him. What you need to do is back him, not sack him. As in financially, give him the money that he needs to build a really good squad capable of playing his football in the Premier League. That's what I'll say about that one. Now, Mr. P with the super chat. Thank you very much for the super chat, Mr. P. I really appreciate that. And Mr. P says, smash a like, peeps. 100 more needed for 2 more Leeds goals. Yeah, look, we're on 78 likes. If we can just get a few more, get us up to 100 likes, we could definitely get it. It's counted as an own goal by Fox, not a Firpo goal. He didn't touch it. He did not touch it. Thanks very much for the super chat, Mr. P. I really appreciate that. It's not, because you don't have a crystal ball and you can't tell the future that it's certain relegation. Every time he's been promoted, he hasn't had the funds to play the football that he wants to play. He'll now have the funds, and if we invest properly in 6 or 7 players for the first team, we could do all right. I don't know how on earth they gave it as an own goal. don't think so, Martin. I don't think so. Because you still have an existing squad of 20-odd players who know exactly what they're doing. So adding 6 or 7 who you slowly bed into the team. How on earth was it an own goal? I'm going to watch it back now on the replays. I'm going to leave this on the screen for a while. I've been trying to defend Farker for a few minutes now, but I'll just leave it there. I'm going to have a little look at the Leeds goal and how on earth that was given as a Fox own goal. Let's give it a bit of slow motion, please. That was a Firpo goal. No, that's not correct. Firpo was onside, and he was the one who touched it. It was only Bogle that was offside at the back post, and he didn't touch the ball. So it was scored by Firpo. Firpo was onside. Oh, I can see the guy that walks around Elland Road going, programs. I've accidentally spilt water on my top, and it's really cold. I watched it with my eyes, with my eyeballs. If Firpo didn't touch it, he still would have been onside if he did touch it. It was only Bogle that was offside at the back post. We know we don't have a squad to keep us in the league. How many do you think we can get and stay within FFP rules? There's plenty we can get. I made a video the other week about Verba. Just watching the replay of the Leeds. I don't understand how Opta have given it as a... Firpo's shot wasn't... Firpo did get a touch on the ball, but his shot wasn't goal bound. His shot was going across the goal, then it hit Fox, then it went into the bottom corner. Anyway, how many do you think we can get and stay within FFP rules? Well, the thing is, we are golden on the FFP for a little while. And that is because we sold Archie Gray for 40-odd million pounds. We got him for free because he came through the academy. We sold Somerville. We bought him for about 1.5 million pound. We sold him for about 25 million, I think, didn't we? Yeah, Nonto's coming on, by the way. And also, if we sell, what's that bloke called? Rasmus Christensen, Verba, and Jack Harrison. That also massively helps with our FFP as well. So there really is a good chance that we can, we can buy a lot of players. So who's Nonto actually come on for then? Oh, we came on for Aronson. $29. Nonto. You'll be able to see him now. Enter the field. Nonto's on. The maximum points that we need for promotion, or do you mean the minimum, Mick? The minimum low. We're looking at 90 points again at least, but Verpo with a long ball forward. But we've seen that the teams around us will drop points as well. It's not the end of the world, but I think we might have gone into a little bit of a... Nonto seems like he might be playing as almost a second striker. Tanaka does really well there, and then Firpo clears that one away. Rothwell. Firpo doing well to force him to go backwards here. Smith, and now they try and play forwards again, but it's headed into touch, and it's going to be a Leeds throw-in. I think it's a case of Nonto being in behind the striker. Penny asking if she sells CB, how much will you get for him? Couple of quid, but it all helps. Oh my God, really good save by Melier. Frey was in the box again there. Really need to be careful. Little flick by Colback, and then ball straight into Frey. I don't know if Melier gets a touch on that in the end, but again, it's a let-off. Why are we allowing him the time and space to shoot in the box? It is Robert usually, but that's usually only when Mateo Joseph comes on, because he's an out-and-out striker, whereas Nonto's very much can play anywhere across that front line. I almost think we might be going into a bit of a 4-1-3-2. With Rothwell pushing a bit higher. Throw in then to QPR. This is what they've done without Ilias Chair as well, by the way. Here's Saito. Anderson back to Saito again. Leeds trying to win the ball back here. Still going. But Leeds do win the ball eventually. Here's Nonto. Nonto fouled, and he wins Leeds a free kick. Well, I'll tell you what, we made a substitution at half time. Melier with a free kick to Tanaka. Tanaka with a long ball forward there, headed back across the box, though, to their own goalkeeper here. And they can pick that one up. Rothwell out wide there to Jaden Bogle. Bogle out on the right wing. Drops it back off now to Rothwell. Rothwell into Tanaka. Ball out wide now to Solomon out on the left-hand side. Solomon trying to cross the ball into the box. It's a great cross. It goes over everybody, though, with a defensive header, and it's going to be a throw into Leeds over on the right-hand side. Rothwell. Here's Nonto. Nonto with a great pass there, and Dan James can get that one back across the box. It's flicking along, and Leeds have equalised! Jaden Bogle puts it in the back of the net. 2-2. Come on. Right at the start of the second half, back to 2-2. Unreal. Come on, Leeds. I got goosebumps. I said it'll make it all the more interesting when we come back and win this game 3-2. Come on. Get in there. What do you mean, Chewy? Because I've watched them back when I've shouted and you can still hear me. It doesn't clip. Yeah, it's a really good ball. It was a really good ball down the line by Nonto. A good ball into the box. And look, Nonto's created something already. Marching on together now. Booming out around Loftus Road. Firpo with the throw-in. Oh, look, there's the tactically inept Daniel Farker making a substitution to change the game. That's a shame, isn't it? Ooh. Well, to be fair, you don't really want to hear me screaming that loud, do you? Long throw in then from Smith for QPR. Thrown into the box. Melier saves it, but it's still bobbling around, cleared to the edge, and then Nonto's been absolutely wiped out there. That could have been 3-2 to QPR there. Throw comes into the box. I want to see that again. Yeah, Cook, really good point-blank save by Melier and then cleared by Bogle. And then a foul on the edge of the box on Nonto. Yeah, really sorry to hear that, Chewy. Here's Rothwell headed away now. Now Nonto. Nonto coming forward again. Dan James with a cross into the box. It goes across everyone, and Solomon's now chasing it at the back post. It was going to be cleared away, but Solomon gets a foot in, and it's going to be a throw-in to QPR right by the corner flag. Now Rothwell. Across to Bogle. Dan James. Poor pass from James to Firpo there, but then the panicked clearance from Jimmy Dunn there puts it into touch, and it's going to be a throw-in to Leeds. Well, if it wasn't given as an own goal, that's both our fullbacks who've scored, which tells us a lot about the way that we play football. We rule supreme. We'll never be mastered by you, by you. Chance for Leeds to get the ball in the box here, but Peru dispossessed out on the wing. Ball played forward from Anderson into Frey, but now Leeds have picked the ball back up, and then it's going to be a foul. Oh, it's going to be a foul for the first one on Sato, not the foul for the second one on Frey. Seems like he's a like a proper thug. Like if Asbos were still a thing, Frey would definitely have an Asbo. I'm not sure that it's such a bad idea to start Nonto as a number 10 for a little whilst Aronson's knackered. Here's Solomon into Nonto, and Nonto in the box. Little back heel to Firpo, cleared off the line as he played the ball across there. It's a really good defensive clearance. Good back heel by Nonto. Firpo with a great ball across the box, which either Bogle or Jan James were going to put in the back of the net, and it's a really good clearance by Pal. Leeds with the corner then. Ball comes into the box, just wide. I think that's another corner. The decision's been reversed just because the QPR players complained that it wasn't a corner. What a joke that is. I'm not so sure. Goal kick then to Nardi. I hope so, David Queiroz. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah, make sure you hit the likes, everyone. Have we hit 100 yet? Oh, 88 likes. Only 12 more likes and we'll score a third and win the game. Come on. Thanks, White Swan. Really appreciate that. Come on, Leeds, marching on together. We'll leave that on the screen for a little while to appreciate White Swan. But yeah, look, Leeds, if we can get the job done here, it would be massive, and it would be a massive confidence booster to say, look what happened last season when we lost 4-0 against these. We started badly and we've come back into it. So come on, Leeds. Oh, I need to like it on the actual official YouTube app as well. 95 likes. Long ball forward here. Meslier can come and catch that one. Good confident goalkeeping by Meslier, and unlucky there. He tries to put an absolute wang on that, Meslier, to throw it out to Dan James, but it just was beyond him. No worries, Ruggy. Better late than never. Here's Nardi. Firpo with a good chest touch. Now into Piru. Back to Rothwell. Now Tanaka. Bogle. Tanaka. Good little turn. Gets himself away from Frey. Here's Tanaka still. Now into Nonto. Nonto on the edge of the box. Still going Nonto. Drops it back off now to Rothwell. Keeps the possession nicely. Here is Rothwell. Rothwell tackled there, but Leeds do well to get the ball back. Here's Rothwell on the edge and then eventually cleared away. But it's going to go out for a Leeds throw-in, so Leeds can maintain this pressure in the opposition half. Oh, that's a yellow card if ever I've seen one. Dan James tries to go past Kenneth Parle and is just completely wiped out there. Yeah, definitely a yellow. Michael saying Rothwell been a little poor for me today, bringing Gruev. I can understand what you mean, but just in terms of the type of player that Gruev is, I think he slows us down a little bit and stops us going and getting that third goal. I think as Rothwell just provides that extra bit of get up and go from the midfield to get forward. Well, here is Rothwell with a chance to change his fortunes here in this game. Free kick to be able to put in the box. Rothwell then getting ready to deliver this one. Rothwell's ball into the box. It's a decent one. Oh, headed, but the goalkeeper catches it at his far post. Could have dipped in the top corner there, but the goalkeeper was alive to it. I think it was a header from Strauch. Yeah, it was Strauch. I think it took a deflection off the top of a QPR player's head. Actually, do you know, it might have been Frey that headed it entirely. Anyway, here's Strauch. Leeds now playing the ball on the halfway line. Firpo, as he comes forward here and is fouled there by Smith, and it's going to be a free kick to Leeds. This is why what Chewy's saying there about Rothwell definitely not up to par, but Gruev would not offer the forward play, which is where we're different this half. This is what I was saying about. I had a video where I talked about whether we should sign Rothwell permanently. We need a Rothwell type player, but not necessarily Rothwell for the Premier League. The mould of player, a box-to-box number 8. It's going to bounce all the way through there to the QPR goalkeeper. Ben Turner saying, it's funny because up till this season, I was happy with Gruev, but Tanaka and Rothwell have shown what a difference creative midfield outlet can offer our play. Yeah, exactly. Totally agree with you there. Gruev and Ampadu are really good, solid options and are good defensively, but they aren't in that kind of. They aren't in that mold of being able to get forward enough as well, are they? So seeing the difference between having somebody who can get forward a little bit, it's made like a massive difference to us. I could understand bringing Gruev or Gilavogi or someone like that on late on in this game. A lot later on, once we've seen kind of where the game's going towards the last 5-10 minutes to tighten up, but not as early as this when we are pushing to get a third. Here's Firpo. Now Strauch. I forgot it's a derby as well tomorrow, isn't it? I forgot it's a derby tomorrow between the two Sheffield teams, so that might be might make it less likely that it's an easy win for Sheffield United. Do you know what as well? What were we saying then? Someone was saying something, and I was gonna mention it. Oh yeah, William Williams saying Calvin is only good when playing in the single pivot. Well, we saw that at the the Euros, or ball in the box for Leeds. Leeds feel like there was an offside anyway. At the Euros for England, Calvin Phillips played in a 2 with Declan Rice and was the guy who was allowed to get forward as that box-to-box number 8, and he got England's player of the tournament. So something to be said for Calvin in more of a box-to-box role. I mean, that rumor was always going to come up if we were going to get back to the Premier League, but we don't know that it's true. Yeah, look, as it stands, if we draw, we still can't be overtaken by Sheffield United if they go ahead of us. If they win. If they win their game, even if we draw this, they still can't go ahead of us. They'd be level on points, which is the same position we were in 10, 15 games ago. Firpo clears that one. Here's Nonto. Good spread out there to Bogle. Bogle charging up the right-hand side here. He's got Dan James ahead of him. Gives it to Dan James. Dan James now looking for an option. Goes down the outside. Here's Dan James still. Another player comes across to double up on him, though. Now Rothwell. Dan James. Still trying to go past his man. Now Dan James tries to cross the ball across the box, giving us a foul. And Colback going down like that under the tackle of Dan James is, look, come on. Yeah, look, I think with Willie as well, Willie's been swinging from side to side, offering support to both options. He's not just been Willie hasn't just been straight down the middle. He's been all over the place. Headed away by Rodon from that goal kick, or from the free kick that was basically a goal kick. And it's going to be a throw in here to QPR. Kenneth Powell then with the throw in here. Strouk's going to try and hold him off. Really good defensive play there by Strouk. Holds off the attacker as it just bounces out for a goal kick there. Ball into Willie now. Willie's been tackled. Bogle's trying to win the ball back here to take this. Lonto just looks like he's having fun, to be fair, actually getting a game. Here's Strouk. Yeah, ball forward there from Bogle, and Nonto couldn't quite take it under control. No other subs. No other subs at the moment. Good Ayling flop there from Rodon, and it's going to be a free kick to Leeds. Firpo. Solomon. Don't give the ball away. Here's Strouk. Yeah, and he actually clears it down the line, which is what he needed to do. And he forces the Anderson, the QPR midfielder, into a poor touch anyway. As long as Willie doesn't do the flop, we're all right. Melier clears that one long. Headed on by Colback, now picked up by Rodon. Rothwell. Rothwell's given it straight away there. Forcing Frey out wide, though, can only be a good thing. Done really well there, Rothwell. I mean, he made the mistake, but I think Rafinha would be costing about 150 million now. More than what our club was bought for. Headed away there from that long throw in. Back in again, and Melier can come and pick that one up, but it was offside anyway against Frey. Here's Rothwell. Rothwell's driving forward now. Out to the left-hand side for Solomon. Solomon. Here's Willie. Willie again. Willie out wide now into... It's actually going to be a throw into Leeds there. And I imagine that Bogle might go across and take that one. Here's Nonto playing it back now to Tanaka, into Rodon. Rothwell. We will get 10 million if Rafinha gets the Ballon d'Or. Is that actually in his contract? I bet they never thought he would be that good. They couldn't have imagined that he would carry on from the heights he was already at. They didn't like him at first. Typical Barcelona and Madrid. They're so like, they don't give a player any time. Here's Joel Piroe on the edge of the box. Now Solomon. Solomon into Piroe. Piroe's trying to shoot, but he's tackled there and the ball cleared away as far as Anderson. Now into Smith, who tries to play it forward, and he's been body checked there by Strauch, and Strauch's going to get himself a yellow card. Still not been taken here, this free kick. We're having a bit of a water break, I think. Yeah, 20 minutes for Leeds to get a winner, plus whatever's added on, because we are having a little bit of a break right now. I mean, I hate to tell you this, William, but ads are targeted, so ads are targeted based off what you've been searching. So if you've been searching for dating websites, then that's why you're getting those ads. Aaronson wasn't terrible, but he gave away the ball for the goal, and I think in general he just needs a break. QPR are going to make a couple of substitutions here. Oh no, it's Cook that's coming off. Oh, it was Smith that came off for Dembele. How annoying. Yeah, Cook can't take the long throw-ins anymore either, can he? So a couple of substitutes from QPR, and you can see them on the screen now. Well, to be fair, CB, you do pay for a membership, so that makes up for that. Here's yeah, back with the goalkeeper. Here's Anderson on the right-hand side, just on the halfway line, tries to play a long ball forward, chested down by Strauch, and then Strauch clears it to Firpo. And now Rodon can clear it with his left foot up to Piroe, flicks it on, just ahead of Solomon. Can't see any subs warming up for Leeds at the moment. I wouldn't mind bringing Ramazani on for either Dan James or Solomon. I think that would be a good shout. Strauch with another trip there. Strauch might be getting sent off here. He needs to be careful. Strauch really needs to be careful here. Come on, Leeds. We want 34. 34 goals, CB. That's a bit much, isn't it? Yeah, Strauch's on a yellow card, so I'm a little bit worried about him getting a second. $14 minutes to go then. To be honest, I hope this game's over soon because I'm just freezing cold. I have to have a fan on my camera so that it doesn't overheat as well. Well, Anderson then with a free kick. Getting ready to deliver this one. Goes towards the back post. Headed away easily by Leeds. Leeds might be on a counter-attack here. Here's Willie Nonto. It all opens up for Willie as he plays the ball forward to Dan James, and then Colback's tackle is going to put that one out for a Leeds corner kick. Thanks, Ray LUFC. We're now on 99 likes. One more person to like it. If you haven't liked the stream already, like the stream. One more like and we'll score our third goal and win. As it is, though, Rothwell stands over this corner kick over on the right-hand side as Leeds face the opposition goal. Rothwell ready to deliver. Oh, it's a poor corner again. First man. Jimmy Dunn heads that one away. Jimmy Dunn sounds like he should have been playing in like the 1950s. Welcome, everybody who's joining us. Welcome, Whitesnake. Thank you for like number 100, which means that that's when we score a goal. We all know that. Let's flick back to Leeds now that you've seen those substitutions for a while. Leeds are crossing the ball into the box. It goes across everyone. It's bouncing and cleared away there. It was stopped dead, like in the middle of the penalty area there with an open net, and nobody was there to finish it. There was a QPR player to clear. Here's Nonto as he plays it back out wide to Bogle. Bogle with another ball into the box. Headed away again. And then it's going to be a throw into Leeds this time. Yeah, Bogle's delivery's been really good today. Here's Frey. QPR are going to try and play out here. Really poor at long passing Frey, and Firpo just stops that one. Here's Strauch. Out now to Firpo. Firpo back to Strauch again. And now Rodon. Here's Tanaka. Rodon. 10 minutes to go here. I'd like to see Ramazani. Probably for Solomon, because I think there's more chance of something coming down the right-hand side at the moment with Dan James and Bogle than there is down the left. And I think Solomon, Firpo and Ramazani would work really well together down that side in this game. It's going to be a throw into Leeds here out on the right-hand side. Bogle to take it into Nonto. Nonto comes inside. I missed a chance there, didn't I? I should have said Willie comes inside. He has been brought down, though, there. Here's Firpo. Now Rothwell, his ball into Firpo was the right idea, the wrong execution. And now Anderson's nutmegged Tanaka, but Leeds have stopped the counter-attack when Bogle goes down with a lovely little ailing flop. Classic. And it's going to be a free kick to Leeds. Bogle. Now Solomon. Firpo's beyond him. Gives it to Firpo. Bad tackle on Solomon, but the ball into the box, and Nonto plays it right across the face of goal. Dan James, if he was there, would have scored. But Kenneth Powell gets there just ahead of him and clears that one. Yeah, Nonto has been really good since he's come on. Here's Rodon. Out wide to Dan James now. Is Dan James still going? Tries to get the ball into Tanaka. Leeds do win the ball back here. Here's Rothwell now. Get away from him, Frey, you big thug. Frey's nearly starting on the referee now. Yeah, get himself a yellow card at last. Big thug. The referee hasn't been terrible, to be honest. I mean, his evil twin, Frey. Frey almost started on the ref then. Did you see that? Jesus, Chazza. Hope so, CB. Hope so. Anderson's now down. They keep having players just go down to waste time and to try and break up our momentum. Who's that? Ramazani is getting warmed up. Ramazani, a man after midnight. They're also going to make a sub as well. QPR. So Anderson's coming off, sorry, for whatever this bloke's called. Madsen. So Madsen comes on there in the number 24 shirt. And for Leeds United, Ramazani's going to come on for, Solomon, which is the one I said he'd be more effective on that side. Ramazani. Yeah, Ramazani's coming on then for the last few minutes here. Ramazani comes on for Solomon out on the left-hand side. Let's hope he can have a burst of energy here that really makes a difference. Underway again here. Dan James with a great ball into the box. Piru heads it. Headed away, though, by QPR. Now Rodon comes in and wins the ball at the header against Frey. Now Strauch heads it forwards to Tanaka. Tanaka plays it out wide. Dan James back into Tanaka. Tanaka crosses it into the boards, the back post. It's not a good enough cross, and it's going to go out for a goal kick. Michael Gott saying, I'm sure I've seen that Frey in the Six Nations for Italy. It would be unbelievable to get a late winner, wouldn't it? It really would. Goal kick then for QPR. Sent forward there. Well, QPR coming forward here. Here's Saito. Now Karamoko Dembele down the right-hand side. Tries to cross it into the box. Good block there by Leeds. And Tanaka tried to come back and win that. It's actually going to be a Leeds throw-in. I'm sure the referee, the linesman, just flagged in Leeds' direction. It's going to be another long throw. Ronnie Edwards and Jimmy Dunn both sound really like they would be playing in the 1950s for QPR. Ball in the box here. Oh my God. Great block there from Strauch. Unbelievable block from Strauch as they tried to shoot there. The ball came down and yeah, Pascal Strauch with a great block. A really good block. Come on, let's get rid of this corner quick and counter-attack. Karaboko Dembele then with the corner kick. Ball comes into the box. Meslier punches it away. Dembele brings it down with a good touch as it comes back out to him again. Dembele looking to try and open up a chance to shoot. But Nonto plays the ball into Ramazani direction, but Sato's too quick for him as he plays the ball back to the goalkeeper. Any other player and Ramazani might have had a chance there, but Firpo, clever little header back to Meslier there, and Meslier can hoof that one up to the halfway line. Tanaka trying to win the ball off Frey there. Now Strauch. QPR seems to be trying to press a little bit more in the last few minutes. Here's Rothwell. Firpo, great ball forward into Ramazani. Ramazani trying to go down the line here. He's got past his man. Ramazani with the ball into the box and cleared away, though. Only as far as the edge of the box, and Tanaka is still on the ball. Tanaka shoots. He slips over, and the ball goes out for a goal kick. Come on, Leeds. Yeah, he slips over Tanaka there. Unfortunate, because he might have seen another top corner goal from him from outside the box. Goal kick then for QPR. Just a few minutes to go here. Oh my God, that's a terrible goal kick there from... I thought it was. It stayed in. It looked like it was going straight into touch. Is that a free kick for QPR there? Oh, another player's gone down. Don't know how much added time's going to be put onto this one. Imagine it's at least 3 or 4 minutes. Well, they've sent the goalkeeper up to the halfway line to take this free kick. Leeds need to really make sure they defend this set piece. So it's going to be a long free kick towards the box here. Long ball. It's not a great one. Rodon goes for the header, and it's actually going to be a Leeds free kick. Offside, I think, potentially. Really a good let off there for us. Meslier sends that one long. It's bouncing through. It's going to go to a good position here. Ramazani, can he? Oh, he nearly got round Jimmy Dunn there. Now Nonto trying to win the ball back. That is a foul by Nonto, so it's going to be a free kick to QPR. Six minutes added on, by the way. Everybody, 6 minutes. Long ball forward here from the QPR goalkeeper. Firpo with a throw in. Back to Strauch here. Strauch across to Meslier. Meslier sends it long. Not a great clearance, though. It doesn't send it very long at all. It goes to Firpo. Come on, Leeds. Goal kick to Leeds here. Peter Shilton, Chewy. I genuinely, that was a complete guess, and I don't even know what era he played in, to be honest, but I know he played for a long time. Long clear. Nonto's adjudged to have fouled there, the QPR player, so a free kick just inside their half. Another substitute for QPR here. They've got another player with a headband. Honestly, that's 3 now with the same headband and the same hairstyle. Really poor set piece from them. And now Dan James tries to come forward, and that's a free kick to Leeds. Such annoying. It's so annoying, isn't it, when it's so cynical when play. Oh, it's a red card. Sato's just had a straight red card. Straight red card for the goal scorer, Sato. Bloody hell. Yeah, it's a poor one. Sato with a red card. Wow. Long ball forward here for Leeds. Headed away by the defence. Booked towards Piru, but then cleared again by Dunn, I think it was. Firpo wins that one back, or he tries to win that one back. Now, cleared away by Strauch. It's going to bounce out for a throw in here to QPR. It's going to be a free kick to Leeds there. As they tried to play forward there. He looked very annoyed there, Frey. Meslier into the feet of Rothwell. Rothwell brings the ball forward now. Into the feet of Tanaka. Now Firpo, ball down the line here for Ramazani, which he is going to get on the end of. He's got Dunn trying to defend against him, but it is a corner kick to Leeds. Leeds are not sending up Meslier this time. Rothwell then with the corner kick. Rothwell. Oh no. Referee's stopping some pushing and shoving in the penalty area. Ball into the box from Leeds. It's flicked on. Flicked away, actually, by QPR. Oh, Dembele. He's got a ball forward here for QPR out on the left-hand side. Here they come. Good defensive work by Leeds, but it's gone to Frey anyway. Now he can play it out wide. Now Jimmy Dunn trying to come back in. Chance for him to put the ball back across the box. Headed away, headed back into the box. It's still bouncing around in the box. And it's offside against QPR. Thank God for that. Thank God for that. Yeah, the ball was just bobbling around everywhere then in the box. That's it. I think. Yeah, that's it. 2-2. I mean, what a game that was. What an exhilarating game of football. But, wow. I didn't want to look at the chat there for a while because I didn't want it to get spoiled if a goal did go in. But, look. Wow. Well, that's a point. And now Sheffield United cannot go ahead of us this weekend, even if they do win. So, look. Yeah, we extend our lead at the top of the table by another point. So if Sheffield United win, Leeds will still stay top of the division, which is fantastic. And like Robert Wetzel says, well done. Let's get the hell out of London. Thanks everybody for tuning in, especially Ryan tuning in. I really appreciate everybody for joining me. Thank you so much again. And look, Leeds United did not lose from 2-0 down, which is great news. If you'd have said that before the game, that we'd get a draw, I go, I'd prefer a win. But given the fact we were 2-0 down, I think you take that. But look, 4 goals, a red card, drama. It had everything that game. Unfortunately, it didn't have a Leeds winner, but 2-2, fair share of the points in the end. Thanks everybody so much for joining me. Thank you very much for your kind words, Ben. And yeah, look, international break, but plenty of content in the meantime. Hopefully, I can put out plenty of content in the meantime for you guys to keep up with. So make sure you go ahead and hit that button and hit the notification bell as well, so you never miss an upload. But thanks everybody so much, and yeah, I shall see you in the next one.